Hello, it's Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate. This is number 9 Munden Place in Kelmscott. Now, there's a skip in. That is a good sign, because if there's a skip in, it means people are doing stuff, people are cleaning things up, and a lot of stuff's been cleaned up. You will see what is in that bin as we go, because you'll work out why they needed a skip in. Anyway, that's enough of that. We are fenced across the front of the home. It's a cul-de-sac street, and this one needs some work. Not like... I've seen some real bad stuff. If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen me see some real bad stuff. I've seen some real good stuff too. This is, you know what? It's not good enough for me to say it's great, but it's not bad enough for me to say it's terrible. Come on through and have a look at what is going on with this one. So we have got really good access sort of from the front to the back. If there's not a skip in there, you can drive through to the rear of the property through those gates. We'll see that from the other side in a moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of space between here and there. So that's good. Now let's go through and see what's going on. Firstly, hello timber floors. Solid Jared floors? There's no Jared. If your name's Jared and you buy this property, then they will be Jared's floors, but they are not Jared's floors yet. They are currently Jarrah timber floors, and they're in pretty reasonable condition. They probably need a sand and a polish, but that's all solid. Jared, you'll be very happy with what you can do with your floors, mate. All right, so we are in the main kind of living area here with the kitchen with a big gas cooktop and 900ml oven. Now this is an as is where is sale, by the way. So like what you see is what you get, but what you get is pretty good. I don't reckon it's that bad. This section out here, we'll talk about in a moment, but I'm going to show you the bedrooms first. We'll come back to that. So good living space, and we go through to here. Okay, a nice pink bedroom. Now, this is fine. It is a plaster, like these are plasterboard walls. So this would, I believe, be Jarrah, the frame of the house. It's brick veneer, so brick external and timber frame with plasterboard inside. Got a fan. Fan works. It says it's where it is, so I might as well check that for you. That's just going to need some decent patching. Something's been knocked, but it's okay. Then we've got this room here, which doesn't have a light. So let me just try and see if I can like just brighten up the settings here on my phone so that you can see what it's like. So that... it's not as bad as this makes it look. Yeah, you really should come and see it for yourself. We've got a structural report and all that kind of jazz too. So things are not too bad with this one. That's all okay. And then we're in here. So this is what a lot of that skip bin is. It's the ceiling collapsed in this room. It's the old plaster glass ceilings. Probably should have been strapped. Wasn't strapped. Dropped. Landed on the floor. It's been picked up from the floor, put into the bin, but it was in a lot of pieces. So to stick it back up would have taken a lot of work. Can't do it really. So we have what we have, which is exposed beams and exposed rafters and exposed tiles and exposed insulation and even some exposed cobwebs. And that's what you got. But ceilings, like, it's gyprock and cornices and glue. Get on it. It'll be fine. So that is about as bad as it gets. That's my take on it anyway. You'll make your own take, I am sure. I just went to open this cupboard to show you inside, but I pulled the handle off. So we'll grab it by that part, swing it open, and you'll see that we have quite deep cupboards there. They're Jarrah as well. So Jared can keep in there whatever the heck he'd like to keep in there. And then we'll go this way and have a look. So we've got the bathroom. Whoa! I put the bright light on. I've still got my settings turned up on that. Look at this. What's going on with that? I mean, real estate agents will edit their photos within an inch of their life. and use them for a long time. But that's not what I really look like. So let's just tone this down a bit. I think we've got it. Hello. G'day. All right, so this is the bathroom with the original mosaic tiles. The probably relatively original vanity unit. I'd say that's an 80s edition, that one. And the medicine cabinet. The bath with a modern shower head and an old-fashioned bath. A lot of that is actually my shadow. It's not that dirty. There's the copper staining from the taps that have obviously been dripping at some stage, but aren't dripping anymore. Anyway, what you see is what you get. Are you going to renovate this bathroom? Probably. Do you need to straight away? It's actually clean. Like, I mean, that I know that doesn't look good, but that is really just down to that fact that my hair's in the way of the light. It's casting a shadow, so I'm just going to kind of go over that way. And that's when you see it up close, it's really just the... Yeah, so, you're going to want to resurface it. But overall, pretty good. Now, the laundry is what we have here. That's the toilet. Is it as bad as the ones I've seen? I mean, this has been here since the dawn of time. Not too bad. Should I put the seat down beforehand because that's just good real estate agent practice? Yes. Is it a soft closing one? Close your mouth, mate. It's fine. These are the things that matter. I know when you come through a house in person, you are paying close attention to those things, even though you probably don't want to kind of make it look like that. You get the full detail when you're watching a video with me because I like you to know all the facts. As much as I know them. Obviously, I've never lived here, so I don't know all the actual factual facts. Now, we talked about that deep cupboard before. This is the other side of it. The cupboard, it goes from here to here is like cupboard from there all the way through to here. Now, I've sold units with bedrooms that are as big as that. So there's actually a lot of storage in this place. So let's celebrate that. And alrighty, so this way we have what is an enclosed patio. Now, this is a flat roof patio that has been enclosed. Is it council approved? I don't know. Is it council approved? I don't know. It might not be. Would it likely have probably been approved as a patio at some stage? Yeah, quite likely. Has it been done well? Look, I'm not a builder, so I shouldn't comment because could I have done a better job myself? No. Could you, as someone who knows what they're doing? Probably yes. Am I going to give them a hard time for having done it the way they've done it? No, I'm not. But I am going to say what you see is what you get. And this probably needs some work. Having said that, at this price, is it worth doing the work, folks? Look, I think you can answer that. Out here, we have an as-is, where-is outdoor pond. It's a bubbly pond. And this is for people who like to, I guess, it's what I call mosquito immersion. So you can really be there with the larvae and experience the full process of going from little larvae to flying mosquitoes, and you can be part of that. So that's cool. Or you could clean it out, and I reckon you might even be able to utilize that in some way with some work and adequate fencing and approval from the relevant authorities as a recreation area. So that's what we've got here. There's all this good glass fencing. Like, this fencing's really, really good quality. And down the side, we'll have a look down there in a moment. But all of this, like, you're seeing the eaves. This is always a big thing when you look at a house. The eaves look fine. That's all okay. I think I've adjusted those settings on the light now. Sorry, it was a bit iffy before. I do suggest you come and have a look at a property. If you can't be here in person, that's okay. I'm trying to give you as much detail as I can, but, it's always good to have a look in person. down the side, all pretty good. Gas storage, hot water system. That doesn't appear to be too old. Now, we're all on this journey together, so I'll have a look at this. There we go. Date of manufacture, 2019. Not old at all. So that's a good thing. Out the back, we've got a thumping big mulberry tree. Like, that is huge. Jam for months and months of the year. And we've got colour-bond fencing all the way down this side. Colour-bond fencing down that side. And we'll go for a bit of a... Should we go for a wander? Let's go for a wander this way. All right. Through we go. And down here, you've got the behind the shed bit. Every house has a behind the shed bit, but you don't always get to see it in the real estate marketing. Again, one of my commitments to you is to show you what I can. Now, can I get through here? I probably can. This is what I'm doing right now. For you. I do this for you. Right. You can prune those. They prune up quite nicely. And this is the other side of that enclosed patio. Now, this is, I'm going to say, not up to code. Like, all of that is kind of loose. It wants retexture coating or rendering or whatever goes on there. Hey, look, it's a patio that's been enclosed. I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't think it was a particularly good job. That's just an opinion. But I don't think it was very good at all. Okay, but we have got a workshop. Look at the size of the shed. That is fantastic because that is at the end of the driveway. So you come through those gates where we were before. It feels like ages ago. We've been doing this for 12 and a half minutes now. So the skip bin's on the other side of that. It is as is where is with all junk. So that junk, whatever's left down there, that's probably yours. And the shed has lights. Therefore, one could assume it has power, and it even has a 3-phase power outlet. Now, actually that's 15 amp, 3-phase, I don't know. I'm a real estate agent, not an electrician. But yeah, you know what you're looking at. If you don't, you're like me, and that one will just stay there. But it looks, I dare say, tough and manly. You know, if you've got gear that plugs in like that, yeah, you're pretty tough. So concrete floor through here. And plenty of space to store your stuff or do your projects that require your tough boy PowerPoint. Alrighty, that gives you a pretty good overview of what is happening here at 9 Munden Place in Kelmscott. If you have any further questions, I'd love to try and answer them or find out the answers for you. Or you could just go, you know what, it's as is where is. And what we see is what we get. And a lot of people are going to be interested in this house, so maybe we'll just buy it and work it out for ourselves. That's my take on things. It's a pretty good starting point, folks. The more I look at it, the more I think, this is doable. And I'm not even the sort of bloke that has those special power tools like we were talking about before. I reckon I could do it purely with Ryobi battery stuff. I reckon that's achievable. Anyway, you'll make that decision for yourself. Hopefully you like what you've seen. This is 9 Munden Place in Kelmscott. I'm Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate. Thank you very much for having a look around. Cheers.